Hi, LMA family. I am on the last leg of this wonderful and exciting program. I have done all the things that I was supposed to do, all the chapters, and now I'm going to do my final speech to all of you and to Tim. And I am Dawn Reed, and I am from Central Florida, and I have learned so much from this class. I also know that all of you have. And I'm glad that we could share our experiences. That's been so helpful. One of the reasons that I chose to take LMA class because I had a problem, well, a couple problems, and some of it related to growing up, of course. I was focused on not being good enough because I wasn't a person that grew up in a family that had money. So I felt like maybe I didn't really deserve money and maybe I don't have the wherewithal to earn money. And yet I have a bachelor's degree. I'm not a dumb person, but sometimes you just get this idea, which he calls BS, belief system, in your head that you are not supposed to have a lot of money. There's something wrong with that. And Tim has taught that where those beliefs come from is not the truth. And that's a big thing for me. That was one of my biggest things to overcome. Knowing that the truth of what our thoughts are not true. The thoughts that we had before are not true. And changing our thoughts is very important to help us. One of the hardest things I think to also overcome is the self-esteem issues. I've worked on that. I feel more comfortable by myself now. I left a relationship during this time that was not healthy. It was toxic, I felt like. So now I'm on my own and I feel good about myself. I'm moving forward and I'm enjoying my time alone right now. I feel safe and I feel sure that I've made the right decision to be by myself. And I wouldn't have probably had the confidence if I hadn't been taking this class. I'm not sure that I would have. The other things that were so surprising, I guess, was the talking about there were so many things that I learned, but talking about all the ways that we hamper ourselves. And I'm repeating kind of what I said before, but our belief systems are really lacking. And we are taught things that are just not true. So we need to recognize that those things need to be changed. We need to work on confidence. We need to work on not believing things that people might have told you growing up or as you're older, whatever. And I'm so happy to know that the beliefs that I had were not accurate. And I thank Tim for that. I've enjoyed all the class. I think that everybody probably has. I think we all get different things out of it, but mostly we know that we are I believe, here on earth for a reason. We all are here to learn some things. And part of the communication that I learned or enjoyed more about was recognizing how I talk sometimes to others is not the way that I want to be spoken to. So I'm more aware of my speech too. I didn't realize the tone of voice and things that I say sometimes can be hurtful. So I have also practiced working on that lately. And that's because Tim has taught us to be more aware of what we say. We want to communicate better. The world would be a better place if we all could communicate better. So anybody that's thinking about whether they'd like to have LMA as their program with Tim Haynes and the group, I think that you would really be happy that you did. I'm so happy that I did it. And I'm not a person that just jumps in and does things like this. This is the first class I've ever taken like this. And I was very nervous. I'm thinking I'm spending a lot of money for me, not for some people, but for me, on something that's very self-indulgent a little bit, but it's not. Now that I've taken it, it's not. It's something that's very important and helps anybody in their life. It was such a successful program for me. And I just want to thank Tim, and just going to say that if you're on the fence, go for it. It's worth every penny. Thank you, Tim, and the LMA family.